Hello, I am Shay, and you're watching Boarding Game Nerd. So this is going to be a wrap-up video, part 3 for the RG300 series that I have like right here in my hand. I've been able to play around with it a little bit more. It does have some quirks just like the rest of the emulation portable devices out there. The only glitch that I want to make note, I may have stated this already in my last video, that the GBA emulation on this is not the greatest. But I would say I ran into a handful of games that just won't play. So FYI on that, if you're really heavy into your GBA games like me, then you're gonna run into a few games that just absolutely will not play. The frame rates are horrible and it just doesn't play. And it's not a hardware thing, it's actually the emulator thing. There's some legalities going on with a much better emulator. There's some legal stuff that I read that's going on, so a lot of units are being shipped with either the older one or a newer, different one. Bittboy doesn't seem to have that issue, so if you really are into the GBA stuff and you really want to play something with GBA, you might want to consider picking up a Pocket Go. But if say you did order an RG300, don't worry. They are working currently right now on firmware that will update the GBA emulation. It's in the works, so if you just be patient, just play the games that do work, I'm just guarantee you that you will be able to play your GBA games soon. Just have a little patience and enjoy the unit while you can. I really do like playing the keeps going to sleep on me. I really do like playing the NES on it because of the screen is really nice. It is not an IPS screen. Some folks didn't like that idea, although it doesn't really bother me. I didn't notice any screen tearing or anything. That's probably where it gets a little bit more of an advantage. If you're sensitive to screen tearing, this is probably not the unit you want to pick up right away. Although there is a firmware that you can download that's the kernel's updated where you can change it if you wanted to. I personally cannot see screen tearing very well, so I'm a horrible judge when it comes to that. So anyway, I am ready to show you a few extra things on this device, and as far as I'm concerned, if I give my conclusion now, it's fine. I mean, for the money, I think it's $60 still. I think I wouldn't pay more than that. For the price, it's actually worth it. So if you did order one and you're excited, then that's great. But if you're still on the fence, still not sure, then keep your options open, because I do have some ideas towards the end of the video. So I think we're ready to dive in now. Let's do that. Okay, so these little guys down here, I have them for sale on my Etsy store, and I make these. They are from actual broken units. I did not sacrifice any DS lights to make these. These were actually deemed as garbage. They had multiple issues. But now they're fully functional, working DS micro lights, neons, whatever you want to call them. This one is specifically I wanted to point out because it changes colors. So I don't know if you've seen this or not. To help support the channel, because you know what? It's getting expensive buying all these fake Game Boys. So anyway, these are up for sale on my Etsy store. If you're interested, just hop down there. There's a link there for you. And yeah, that's all I want to say on that. I also have refurbished DS lights and some SPs coming up as well. So be sure to check it out. Okay, without further ado, let's hop into the RG300 and do the last part of part 3. Okay, this is Crash Nitro Kart. You hear that, guys? Oh my god. Not good. It's running terribly. Down to 26 frames per second. Okay, we'll try that. So, you can see that what I just did. I'll put it on 4. I don't know if that's correct, but I'm guessing. Nope. So, you guys, it seems like the games on GBA that are a little bit more 3D-ish, that use this certain engine, just does not run on the simulator. And sadly, there isn't one currently out there yet that will play some of these games. So if you are a big heavy into Game Boy Advance games like me, it's a big downfall. It's a big bummer. Like, I'm really sad about that. It's almost like a game changer. Quake 2 actually has got some meat to it, so we'll have a look at how it does. Okay, this one does take a few. There we go. Maybe it doesn't take very much to load. Okay, there's me shooting. I'm trying to get in a perspective so everybody can see. I don't know what this button does. Oh, cool. So you can actually just go in and play with your button mapping and get your game to play the way you want it to play. Okay, so that's good news. That's good news for those who are really into these kinds of games. You can play Quake 2 flawlessly. Okay, so I believe this is Street Fighter 2. Yep. So this is an arcade port, I believe. I don't know if I showed this off or not. I don't remember. Forgive me if I did show this off already. I think I did other stuff, but I don't know if I showed off the actual arcade stuff. But play is fine, guys. So if you're really into Neo Geo and stuff, you know, like this kind of stuff, like these arcades or whatever, you're not gonna run into any issues. Everything plays fine for me. It has frozen and crashed just like the rest of them. I mean, it's electronic, so it's going to have its moments where it's messing up. I've had more trouble with the Pocket Go, acting weird. Doesn't look. I don't know if it likes this game or not. I recently updated my Bittboy version 2, and you guys, oh my god, I have to say, I'll put the link in the description below if you want to check out that custom firmware. But there is a new firmware for this, and it actually comes up with a really cool Bittboy thing on it. It's awesome. It'll play Game Boy Advance games fine, and it's got a really cool menu too. So, and I think they're making one for this, I think. So I'll put a link in the description. You can read up about it. Please do your research. Make sure that you, I think this game is not going to load. Either that or I don't know if my battery died. So if you ordered one of these over the LDK and if I could go, you'll have fun with it. I mean, like I said, the screen is really nice. It's, I mean, comparable. It's, you know, it's nice, especially if you want to play your Nintendo games on here, or if you want to play Game Boy. So I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna go ahead and play this game while I give my closing and my ending. This is a good investment if you do plan on having something that can play at all. There will be some updates for the firmware, so no worries on there. Eventually this thing will be updated and you'll be able to play all your games. And just know that it does have its flaws. It's not perfect. It's an emulator. Not everything's gonna be completely perfect on it. But it's a good investment. If you really want a nice big screen to look at, like me, you'll like it. But there's nothing wrong with the Pocket Go as far as I'm getting my butt kicked. There's nothing wrong with the Pocket Go or even the Bittboy version 2 before version 3. If you've got those, man, you know what? Update the firmware and try it. It's amazing. I bummer, dude. So, with that said, I think this concludes the final review of the RG300. Stay tuned, guys, because I got some other stuff I want to show off, and You know, be surprised. If you want me to show off the new Bittboy version 2 hardware or the firmware, leave a comment below. Let me know if you want to see that in action. Did it? What did I like? Okay, there we go. It's actually pretty cool. The only thing I don't like about the Bit 2 is that I don't like that. Do you hear that? Sounds so bogus in there. But anyway, if you want to see some more stuff with the version 2 hardware firmware, hit me up in the comments. I'll do something. I'll swing it in. Don't forget to hit the subscribe, and thank you very much if you've already subscribed. Thank you so much. Hit the like, hit the bell, share the video, and I think that's about it for now. Stay tuned. I've got a lot of stuff coming in. So anyway, until then, I'm out of here.